Hello viewers, Mezcal here. I want to give you an insight into how I'm editing my files for YouTube now. I've just taken some video and I'm just about to bring it into Corel Video Studio X9. It's the only software I've ever bought in my life, and it's been, good. So basically the first thing you want to do in X9 is add a folder, so this keeps your files sorted. So if I show you here, there's some footage from the Dyson tank, spider tank, mail bag. So you want to keep them all separate so that if you need to grab something from elsewhere later you can. So what I'm going to do here is bring these files in and go to the library where they are contained, and they're going in there. So that's it there. Open that one up and click on the first one, and then you want to hold down Shift, and then that will allow me to highlight all of them. So you can see they're all highlighted now. They're all blue, ready to come in. You can see the list down here is showing multiple files about to be imported, so they'll come through onto here. And the first thing I want to do is go to my intro and drop that on. So I've got intro here. That's the one I want there. So intro template, drop it on the storyboard down there, and that is the little 4-second clip where that burns. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go back to the folder where I've got all of this stuff, and again I can click Shift and bring all of these in at once, or I can bring in single ones individually. I've got a slider here which I can dial how big, how zoomed in I am on the actual file itself. Drag those all in. There's not too many here to be bothered with doing the multiple shift function. Alright, so I've got all the files in. When I'm editing and I want to see where the audio is, you click the audio button here, and that will populate the wave images so that you can see where the talking is. Particularly handy on something where you're doing a teardown or such, because you want to see where the talking is, and you've got a lot of footage. For example, I've tore down a Dyson Vortex vacuum cleaner bin, and the thing was that hard to put together. There's over an hour of footage, and so to save viewers the pain of watching gaps where there's no talking and there's nothing interesting going on, you can basically just split. I'll show you how to do that now. So if we go to the first bit of the clip here, I can start that rolling, and there's
Hello viewers, Mezcal here.
a bit of stuff up where I essentially aren't talking and camera's wobbling, and I'm turning lights on and stuff. So
Hello viewers, Mezcal here. You may recall me doing a...
that's the point where I want to start, so I'll use my zoom function over here, zoom in, get nice and tight on the front of that video there, where I want to split it, and basically press S on the keyboard, and as soon as I press S you will see it puts a marker. And I think it's happened in the wrong place, because this keyboard, I'm not actually using a proper keyboard. I've got this computer, I cracked the screen, so it's plugged in via a HDMI cable into that TV as a monitor. So yeah, I think I've put it in the wrong place there, so let's just see. Move the slider and press play and see where we're at.
Hello viewers, Mezcal here. You may recall me doing...
Yeah, so I can undo that split, just press the undo button, and we're back to where I can dial that into the right part. Again, splits the video. I can click that. You can see that it's orange orange is highlighted for that piece. Press delete. As soon as I press delete, that will disappear. And so now we're down to a nice tight little intro where that ends. Bam. Straight into the
Hello
video.
viewers, Mezcal here.
Something else I find myself using regularly is if I've got, you know, a bunch of stuff where I'm, say, doing up screws or something and there's no talking, so I can review whereabouts, and to put a marker there I can put a little marker there. That doesn't affect anything, it's just a visual cue so that I can see where things are. So I can start from there.
Push it in with these screws. Do have a nice little flat as well in case.
Okay, so
with the Torx bit.
There is some talking there, so I want to find the last bit of the talking and then split and then...
So, let's do that.
Right there is where I've finished talking, and I want to get it nice and tight, so I'll zoom in, and that way I can see the last piece of audio is there. I can slide that right back to there. Again, press S for split, bang. Let's put a split in it, and obviously the next part of talking is going to be right there, and so right on the beginning of that, and again press S for split. Now if I highlight that or click on that, it'll become orange, and then I can right click with the mouse and that brings up a whole host of other things. Split audio is a feature I've already used, and that's very handy if you've got you want to drop in, say, an overlay. We'll touch on that later. So in this case what I want to do here is speed up the parts where I'm not talking but I'm winding screws in. So I've found 400% is a good speed where you still get audio but you don't get, you know, it's fast enough to be good and viewable, not too fast that you lose the audio altogether. So I've just basically removed the 1 and turn it to 400%. Press OK, and then you'll see this compressed down to a short. If we review it, you'll see. Okay, so talking.
Let's do that.
Fast action on the
All
screws.
that white stuff that is coating these.
And then back to the audio, you know, where I'm talking, and I want to be able to hear the audio. Obviously, if I speed it all up where the audio is, it'll just sound like a chipmunk. Text has been super easy as well, and something I've been doing to drop in a watermark but have the watermark burn in so it looks like something that's moved in. There's a whole bunch of presets here. The one I've been using for my burn-ins is that one there. You can dial it up. On the top here there's a slider where I can slide that and make them larger to see what the sample looks like. So what I'm going to do here is drag that slider to the front, right to the beginning of the video, and then drop in that burn-in one. Drop that in there, and I want it to be for the duration of that where I've got the little intro. So I just grab that edge there, you can see the arrows pop up, I can drag that and it'll snap to lock right to the end, and so that will give me a nice little burn in of my name. So what I can do here is click on that and just remove what's written there, type in my YouTube name, pop that in there, click out of the box and it'll lock it in. I don't want that one, so I'll click on it and press delete and that will remove it. I can then move this down to the corner. You'll see these this square outline. What that gives you is it tells you the safe area where it will appear, whether it's crunched down to phone or crunched down to you know, tablet. Anything in the safe area will appear. So important to keep your words inside that safe area. Alright, so that's going to burn in. If we want to review that, I can drag this slider, take that slider right back to the beginning, and we can watch the name burn in. It's a bit slow to process because it's crunching.
Hello viewers, Mezcal.
Crunching an animation. what I also want to do is create a transparency that I can also drop in that will give me the watermark running for the entire length of the video. So what we do there is we'll find a spot right at the end of that, on that to yeah, so that's highlighting the word only, and then I can drag that right to the spot where mezcal is finished burning in. I might zoom in so I can get right on the end of it. You can see that's made that a bit wider there. So as I bring that down right to the tail end, you'll see the one has landed right. Alright, so what I want to do now is right click and make this transparency. It's called a .png file. So what I want to do there is click on there to highlight this, and where the slider is what I'm going to make a PNG out of. So I want it right at the end. Okay, so I'll click on that, that's highlighted. You can see the word is nicely formed, and then right click on that, and that gives me convert this frame to PNG. So when I do that, that will put that PNG file up in the folder that I already made the first time around. This thing here is in the way because I've pressed audio, so if I close that there, I'll be able to see the files and get that out of the way. Alright, so there you see this little black screen, and if you can, I can zoom in closer so you can see what's going on there. Use that slider again. You can see the name is there on a black screen, so I can drop that onto there. Again, it'll snap to fit, and so when it plays now, it will play through.
Hello viewers, Misk.
And now the thumbnail is overlaid and will stay there. And of course I can just click on that, get the arrow slider and drag it right to the end. If I go to the end here, I can find the sweet spot where it'll just continue to scroll the video to the end. And there's the end there, and I can just bring that to there, it'll snap to fit. And so that'll take the watermark right through to the end of the video. Again, so if I want to put words in here that say thanks for watching, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, I'll just go to up here to text, I'll drop it in there, I'll change the text to say what I want it to say. I've even been using this in some instances to make a thumbnail, and in this regard, if I was going to make a thumbnail and I wanted what's in the beginning of this video here, I can put the slider right there, or wherever I want it, and up here in this little record function here, I click on that, it gives me a snapshot function. Now somewhere up here in the settings, I've changed the output of the snapshot to come down as a JPEG file. It was coming out as some other file that was a lot larger than it needed to be for using as thumbnails. So if I want to, put an overlay of words on there, for example, where I've got text saying something like, in this case, I want to have, what is this thing? This is a shaver, so shaver repair or something like that. I can drop the text down onto this text line and find the sweet spot where I want, and just press snapshot, and it will create. I'll just show you how that works. I'll just go record, capture, snapshot, and when I press that again, like we made the transparency file, we can just pop that over there and I'll get a file which I can either use directly, bang, there it is, I can use that directly, or I can take that into some other software to overlay the words, which I've also been doing. Another piece of the software that I bought was Corel's Paint Shop Pro, which is sort of not too bad. I have been using GIMP, but this has got a lot more font variability, things I can do with fonts. This is just me trying to draw a light bulb. It's a pretty piss poor effort of a light bulb, but you get the idea. So I created this as a PNG file as well, and overlaid that into the Dyson video where I'm struggling to work out how to put the thing together. So That's the basics. There's a lot more you can do, but yeah, that's the things I tend to be using the most. So if that helps you, yeah, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.